Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round two of the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series season. Coming to you from coming to you live from the Las Vegas Dirt Track. In the commentary booth with me, you've got Info, aka Noah Underwood. Thanks for joining me, buddy.
You welcome.
We've got some great action for you coming your way. Heat number one, qualifying for heat number one coming up here. Drivers like Dakota Bro in the number 28, Ronnie Beach in the number 36, Dave Marks Jr. in the 17, Trevor Lane in the 00, and more. Gonna lay it down all on the line to try to advance to the feature race. Top 11 from the heats will advance to the feature race. Very similar format to the first week of the season. Expecting anywhere from 12 to 14 drivers in each heat race. Top 11 will advance to the feature race. We're going to have a 22-car, 100-lap feature race here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. 100% distance. Damage on for the feature race. Stages off. Cautions on. And to make things real interesting, these drivers will be dealing with ×4 fuel and tire wear, along with many other challenges. Info, you know as well as I do that running these dirt races on these smaller dirt tracks, especially 22 cars, especially with the best of the best, it's not easy to do what they're about to do.
No, it's really not. It's going to be very difficult passing them, especially with how close and bunched up it's going to be.
And there's times in the previous NASCAR Dirt Touring Series races that we've watched at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. It's mostly a one-groove racetrack. Very difficult to make passes. Everyone's jockeying for position to get to the bottom, especially on the restarts, where you expect to see a lot of that. Some drivers that get forced up to the outside line, expect them to lose a couple of spots. And it's all about how these drivers can rally back from these situations in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. Remember, most of these drivers are drivers that finished inside the top 10 throughout the Champions Lobbies competition at the dirt tracks. So you're seeing literally a group of the best, or some of the best at the very least, here in the NASCAR Heat 3 Dirt Series racing, here in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. We're still awaiting the invitations to watch heat number one. We're going to bring you live coverage of both the heats, as well as the 100-lap feature race. Info, do you have any predictions for today's race?
Um, well, all I'm going to say is this is my first time seeing what all is going to happen here. But my prediction is I'm going to say Zach and Nicholas might be up fighting for the lead the whole entire race.
Yeah, we saw a lot of different drivers battling for the win at Bristol, round one of the season. Ronnie Beach, the defending champion in the 36 car, comes into this event as the points leader after winning the feature race, finishing third in his heat. We saw him battling with Dakota Bro, Zach Craig, Nick Don Francesco, Tyler Wagner, Tyler Housley. Charlie Garland won his heat race last week in the 83 car, showed great speed in the feature, rallied to a top 5 finish. It's a 5-race playoff system waiting for these drivers at the end of the season, but with no rounds and no eliminations, the drivers will accumulate playoff points throughout the 15-race regular season and will go head-to-head and battle for the championship in a 5-race playoff system, similar to the old school Cup Series playoff system when they first came out with the 10 playoff cars and no eliminations, most points at the end amongst the playoff drivers as your champion. Well, that's what we're doing here in the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series season, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 on the PlayStation 3, excuse me, the PlayStation 4 console. We were talking about the heat races. In heat number 1, expect drivers like Ronnie Beach in the 36, Dakota Bro in the 28, Dave Marks Jr. in the 17, Trevor Lane in the 00, Kenny Adair in the 9, Jay Burr in the 11, Rodney Bailey in the 77, Brandon Baker in the 23, Chris Eberle in the 8, Charlie Garland in the 83, Pat Dale in the 19, or excuse me, in the 12 rather, Tyler Isley in the 27, Andrew Putney in the 8, Joshua Colm Diaz in the 25. Those are your drivers running for top 11 spots here in heat number 1. Top 11 advance to the feature race. We've been given the invitation to bring you live coverage of heat number 1. There's your invitation info. There you see the drivers lined up. See some of their names in the lobby. And now we're able to bring you coverage. 25 laps, top 11 advance to the feature race, and also there are points on the line in heat number 1, heat number 2, as well as the feature. So it's key that these drivers perform well in not only the feature, but these short and action-filled heat races. Damage on, no cautions, stages off, times 4 fuel and tire wear for these heat races. 25% distance, which is 25 laps at the very short Las Vegas dirt track, and the green flag is in the air. Last week's feature race winner out front here in heat number 1 at the Las Vegas dirt track, picking up where he left off in that number 36 car. Charlie Garland in the 83, holding station in second, but he's under fire for that spot. It's Rodney Bailey in the 77 running in fourth. We're all chasing the defending champ. 3 laps on the board already.
Three wide in the very back, fighting for position.
Action towards the tail of the field as well. You're right, facing elimination and not being able to participate in the feature race. Here's a good look at the 27 of Tyler Isley making it into the heat. Getting the dirt late model ready to go for tonight's event, for the weekend. Charlie Garland getting closer to Ronnie Beach for the lead. Battle for the lead heating up in here, heat number 1, 36 and 83. There's Dakota Bro in the 28 car with Trevor Lane just behind him. Dakota looking to the inside of Tyler Isley. Going to make a little bit of contact. They both sorted out. They're still side by side heading into turn 3. Now Trevor Lane gonna look to the inside. Tyler Isley shuts the door. Gets back to the inside of Dakota Pro. Now up front, a bit of distance in between the two
Beating
leaders.
and banging in the very back, a huge wreck.
Oh, you're right. It's Dave Marks Jr. in the 17, Kenny Adair in the 9. They both drive away. Kenny Adair, it looks like he got the worst end of it. He's not too far in front of your race leaders, and there they are. Half a straightaway behind them. Man, that's a tough break for Kenny Adair, Dave Marks Jr., both of them trying to fight their way into the top 11 in this heat race to get into the feature. Ronnie Beach still out front. We're halfway through heat number 1. The gap between Ronnie Beach, Charlie Garland, it's been about a car length to 3 car lengths at most. Stayed roughly the same since lap number 2. Rodney Bailey in the 77 still cruising in the 4th position. They're coming up on the 9 of Kenny Adair. Not sure if that's going to factor into any of this or not. The 8 car driven by Chris Eberle. He's running in the 5th position right now. He's put a bit of distance in between himself and Tyler Isley in the 27. Kenny Adair in the 9 gives way. Lets the leaders go
I
by.
think somebody's having a problem. Somebody's staying stuck on the wall.
Yeah, it's Kenny Adair in the 9. He was trying to give some of these drivers some space, and he might have lost a bit of control and got into the wall up there. He soldiers on.
Damage.
We're in the closing laps here of heat number 1. Hopefully he can get to the end. The battle for second is really heating up. Charlie Garland trying to hold off the 36 car and chase down Ronnie Beach just in front of him. It's a 3-car battle for the win here in heat number 1. I don't think that they're going to reach any more lap traffic before the end of heat number 1. So it's going to be all up to who can get around the defending champion, and they're running out of time to do it. In fact, they are out of time. Winner of heat number 1, the defending champion, Ronnie Beach. What a heat race to begin the night. Charlie Garland finishes in 2nd. And when we get word of who is advancing to the feature race, we will let you know. But of course, Ronnie Beach will be advancing. Charlie Garland will be advancing to the feature race. Tyler Isley confirmed, locked in. Chris Eberle, Rodney Bailey in the 77, Trevor Lane in the 00, Jade Burr in the 11, Dakota Bro in the 28. Those drivers all confirmed to be in the feature race later tonight. We're going to get set now to bring you live coverage of heat number 2. Remember, top 11 advance into the feature race. We're going to see if we can get a word from the Heat number 1 winner.
Hey, how's it going, Timac?
Good, good. Glad you can join us. Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, the winner from Heat number 1 here in round 2 of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series at Las Vegas. Defending champ Ronnie Beach, driver of the number 36 Dirt Late Model car. You look pretty
Nope.
smooth out there.
I finished third, Timac.
Oh,
Who
so
was it
who's
that won it?
who's in the other
I know.
36 car?
I know Charlie got second, and then hold on one second.
Oh, well, this is no good. This completely ruins this.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Just let me know who the other 36 car is and let them know that they need to change to their appropriate car. But while I have you in here, describe the racing out there. We saw a lot of close action, 3 car battle for the lead. We saw you battling to try to get around Charlie Garland in the 83. And we saw you finish third last week in your heat. And is there something you need to be doing different out there to get the heat win?
He already left.
Race there. That was
Yeah.
too fast. They actually won it. Sorry to bounce out of your party there.
Ah, no problem, no problem. But yeah, while I
But
have
too
you in
fast won
here,
it. But
describe the competition out there, and is there something you need to do differently to capture these heat wins? You finished third last week in your heat as well.
tell you the truth, I'm just trying to stick out of the top six so I can make sure I get a qualifier in for the A main because that's what it really comes down to is at least getting the qualifier in there and getting the top 10 position because that will go a long way. Uh, with these stages and these cautions now, there's a lot of guys that probably going to be pitting, so there's going to be a lot more tire wear going on, and if you ain't holding your lines, it's going to make up for it. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Well, we're happy for you for your third place finish in heat number 1 tonight, and we wish you the best of luck in the feature. And we're going to cut you loose now because we're expecting an invitation for the heat number 2 event here very shortly.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
All right, no problem. That was Ronnie Beach, driver of the number 36 car. I was mistaken. I thought that he had won the Heat number 1 race. 2 number 36 cars on the racetrack really confused me, but evidently it was Brandon Baker, driver of the 23 car, winning Heat number 1. We'll see if we can get a word from him quickly before the event begins. Heat number 2. Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, winner of Heat number 1 here for round 2 of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series season 2019 here at Las Vegas, Brandon Baker, driver of the 23. We had you mixed up with the other 36 car out there, but congratulations on your Heat win.
Yeah,
Now that we got you in here, take us through your Heat race and tell us how you did it.
I just try to stay consistent. There's a lot of fast guys in the heat. I had Charlie breathing down my throat. Dabs pulled up on us at the end. It's it's gonna be a pretty stacked lobby, I think.
Yeah, it always is. We have some of the best drivers for the dirt here on NASCAR Heat 3 in the Dirt Touring Series. How do you approach these races, and how do you go about preparing to tackle the competition that you know you'll be dealing with?
Just try to stay consistent. Don't change a bunch of stuff a day or two or an hour before. Run what you know, and pretty much just try to stay towards the front. 100 laps is a long time to be running, especially now that there's no stages and it's just pretty much you pit when you get a caution.
That's exactly it. It's a tough challenge for all of these drivers. We wish you the best of luck in the future. You are advancing and you got some great points in your heat race. Congratulations. And we're going to cut you loose now because we got Heat 2 coming up.
All right, thank you, sir.
No problem. Driver of the 23 car, Brandon Baker, winning heat number 1. Still awaiting the invitation for heat number 2. When we receive the invitation, we will be bringing you live coverage of the second heat race, top 11 advancing to the feature race being a 100-lap special event here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. Round 2 of the 2019 season. To view the full drivers list, past race results, and the point standings, head over to www.noscar.com/Dirt Touring Series. Hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube channel to catch all the 2019 NASCAR Dirt Touring Series season action. And pick a car, pick a driver, pick a number, and follow your favorite all year. Info, your thoughts on heat number 1?
Uh, I mean, at the very end, I mean, they seem so separate. I didn't really see much of a battle going on, except for the front three at the end. I'm hoping next one there's gonna be more battling instead of separation. That for the point standings and all of that they need.
Yeah, there always does seem to be a couple of cars that break away from the rest, and once they do, it's hard for the rest to get clear from one another, to begin to march them back down, gain ground. Because once you get side by side with each other, you start to lose a lot of ground to the cars in front of you. You can't drive the complete track and use every inch of the surface. Therefore, you gotta pedal the throttle a little more. You gotta steer the car and slide the car a little bit more carefully, and you tend to lose time while doing that. Qualifying for
I
the
agree.
heats in the feature is very important. Sorry, Info, go on.
I said I agree.
What do you
They
expect
they
that we're
gotta
going to see in the 100-lap feature race later tonight?
uh I suspect them to take it easy at the beginning instead of fighting for position after position. But later on, like whenever more cautions and more stages happen, they're gonna be bundled up a lot more. So I suspect them to be fighting a lot and a lot more on the restarts later on.
It's going to be fun to watch. We just received the invitations for heat number 2. There we go. I'm in. Gonna get you in here with me. My broadcast colleague for the evening. Info doesn't miss. 6-time NASCAR Platinum Cup Series race winner. Actually, between you and I, we both combined for 13 of those. Happy to have you here.
Thanks.
There's the list of drivers here in heat number 2. Zach Craig in the 07. Brad Dove in the 3. Tyler Housley in the 2. He was a major factor last week at Bristol. And now we're going to bring you live coverage of heat number 2 here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track, round 2 of the 2019 season, coming at you on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. info, you think that these drivers are going to adjust anything after watching heat number 1?
It all depends on how they want to be in or what position they would like to be in. So, to be honest, it's probably a 50-50 chance it's going to be different or the same.
Here we go. Heat number 2. Underway. Nori Tippett in the 24 car leads the way. He's got Matt McLean in the 64 right behind him, and Matt is known to be an ace here in the dirt on NASCAR Heat 3, and he's closing the gap a little bit. Nori Tippett knows how to wheel it as well. That's the battle for the lead. Meanwhile, just inside the top 5.
Oh, big wreck with third place.
Sonny Sibley in the 80 car made contact, slips from 3rd to 6th. Then we're watching the battle for 3rd now. Tyler Housley in the 2.
3 wide, I think.
Trying to take it from the 07 car. Driven by Zach Craig. More contact. Sonny Sibley gets into the back bumper of Tyler Housley. Oh my goodness. And the red and white car right there looked like Tyler Wagner in the 38. Hard contact with the outside wall. Tyler Housley trying to find a little bit of breathing room. These drivers all now getting single file after a bit of a rough start to heat number 2. Trying to advance to the feature and get as many points as they possibly can in the heat event.
Battle for 5th. Ooh, number 2 got hit the wall.
Oh, you're right. Out of shape, Tyler Housley in the 2 trying to gather it back up. Loses several spots, tucks in line behind the 3, driven by Brad Dove.
A lot of contacts going on.
Oh yeah, welcome to the dirt. Meanwhile, out front, Nori Tippett driving away. They call him Shockey.
3 wide back here for, I believe this is 6 or 7.
Woo! Tyler Housley in the 2, making it interesting. There's still 3 wide. Housley clears both of them. Tyler Wagner in the 38 tucks in line behind him. Brad Dove in the 3 behind him. Battle for the lead has settled down. Matt McLean in the 64. Comfortably riding in the 2nd position. Not trying to jeopardize anything, but trying to maintain good lap times. Keep a healthy gap on the drivers behind them. Zach Craig in the 07 runs in 3rd. Sonny Sibley in the 80 car, we saw him make contact with the outside wall earlier in this heat race, and now he's recovered back to the 4th position. Tyler Housley in the 2, saw him have some problems and make contact with the wall as well, and now he finds himself back inside the top 5 in 5th. Say that the 80 car bounces off the wall. Now he's got Tyler Housley alongside him. They're heading into turn 3 now, exiting 4. They're still going to be side by side. Sonny Sibley has made contact with the wall 2 laps in a row. The handling and the tires going away on the number 80 race machine. Tried the Earnhardt crossover move, got back to the inside of Tyler Housley, couldn't quite make the The
Brad Doe,
pass.
heavy hot contact. Now the green car, the 64, almost spun out.
Yeah, that was a wild exchange. Brad Dove in the 3, Tyler Wagner in the 38. Contact between the two. The battle for fourth and fifth rather, has settled down between Tyler Housley in the 2, Sonny Sibley in the 80 car. There's your race leader, Nori Tippett in the 24. He wheels
Looks like we got a winner.
a picture-perfect race for Nori Tippett in the 24 car. Much like Ronnie Beach earlier in Heat 1, Nori wins Heat number 2 here at Las Vegas. Fantastic race. Matt McLean's going to finish in the 2nd position. Zach Craig finishes in 3rd. Sonny Sibley will finish in 4th. Tyler Housley in 5th. Brad Dove in 6th. Tyler Wagner in 7th. The 63 car will finish in the 8th position, driven by J.D. Lane. The feature race coming to you live in a matter of minutes, folks. We're going to see if we can get a word with some of your drivers from the Heat number 2 event, and then we will begin the 100-lap feature race for round 2 here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track on NASCAR Heat 3 info. What did you think of Heat number 2? A lot more contact and a lot more aggressive driving in this heat, huh? Gave us a lot more to talk about, that's for sure. Might have given them a lot more to talk about, too. Gonna see if we can get an interview here with a couple of the drivers in Heat number 2. Fantastic start to the night. Heat 1, Heat 2, both were successful races, both action-filled.
Hey, what's going on, Ty Mac?
Nothing much. Welcome to the NOSSCAR commentary booth. Nori Tippett, driver of the number 24 Dirt Late model here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. We've seen you win feature races before, but now with the new Heat format, this is your first Heat win. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Valuable points for you heading towards the 5-race playoffs at the end of the season. Take us through that race and tell us how you won.
Well, when Mississippi State hit the fast time, I thought, man, I'm glad I sit on the outside. So I just knew if I got the jump off him, I thought I could win it. I just knew I had it almost by a second and a half. So as long as the car stays good all night, I think I got a top. I think I'm going to win this thing.
See, I asked this question earlier as well to the Heat 1 winner. I'm going to ask you now as well. We have some of the stiffest competition for the NASCAR Heat 3 dirt cars in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. How do you go about preparing to go ahead and try to tackle that competition that you know you're going to have to deal with?
Well, I know I got Charlie and Mississippi State and Dabbs to worry about for sure. Zach Craig, he's right there behind us also. So we got a good field tonight, and just hopefully we come out with a victory tonight.
What do you think? What's your prediction for the feature race? How do you think it's going to go?
Well, I think it's going to go pretty good with this new format. Me, to be honest, if it was me, I would rather just not run stages because that's how dirt late models race and just with the cautions on. So I think it's going to be pretty good, good turnout.
Awesome. Sounds like you got a positive attitude about it. We'll see if that propels you to victory lane later tonight. Congratulations for winning heat number 2.
Thank you, sir. I hope I see you again tonight.
No problem. Yeah, we'll be here in Victory Circle and we'll find out if the driver of the number 24 Dirt Late model, Nori Tippin, will be joining us later tonight in Victory Lane, winner of heat number 2 here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. Heck of a start to the night for him. Valuable points. Gonna see if we can get an interview as well with a couple of the drivers that fared very well there in the second heat of the night while they get things organized before the feature race. 100 laps of madness here at the One Grooved Las Vegas Dirt Track coming your way shortly. And no one's getting the memo quite yet. When we have an interview lined up for you, we'll be bringing it to you. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am for the 100 lap feature. We're going to have about 22 cars on the track. Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, driver of the. Oh, I'm getting an invitation for some reason. Anyways, joining us now in the commentary booth, driver of the number 64 Dirt Late model here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, Matt McLean. Thanks for joining us. Finished second there in heat number 2 of the night. You were gaining ground, losing ground here and there. You were staying about even with Nori Tippett in the 24, and it was very close at the end. Take us through the final laps of heat number 2. What do you think is going to happen for the feature race tonight? What's your prediction? We've noticed that it's mostly been about the inside line at this racetrack. Do you think the outside groove is going to come in at any point in the feature race? Awesome. Thanks for giving us your thoughts, and congratulations on a second place finish in heat number 2. That was Matt McLean, driver of the number 64 Dirt Late model car here in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series, finishing second in heat number 2. Wishing him good luck for the feature event coming to you shortly, and when we can bring you live coverage of the feature race, that is exactly what we will be doing from the Las Vegas dirt track on NASCAR Heat 3. Info, you've been able to watch a little bit of racing so far now, Heat 1 and Heat 2. Do you have a pick for the feature race?
I'm going to say Zach is going to be around the top 3, mostly because he could pull away at times in the corners because he could hold the more speed that I've noticed than the other cars or the other dirt trucks series. So I'm going to say Zach is most likely going to be able to win it.
So many drivers with so much talent in the field for the feature race tonight. It's really hard to pick one favorite, but I think that I'm going to have to go with Charlie Garland in the number 83 car. He came so close to winning the feature race at Bristol last week. He won his heat race last week, and he showed good speed again tonight in his heat race in heat number 1. Look out for that number 83 car.
Good choice.
Competition is stacked, though. Oh man, number 36, Ronnie Beach. Number 28, Dakota Bro. Number 07, Zach Craig. Number 24, Nori Tippett. Number 77, Rodney Bailey. Number 23, Brandon Baker. Number 83, Charlie Garland. Number 27, Tyler Isley. Number 8, Andrew Putney. Number 80, Sonny Sibley. Number 64, Matt McLean. Number 2, Tyler Housley. Number 11, Jade Burr. Number 00, Trevor Lane. Number 9, Kenny Adair. Number 43, Chase Carter. Number 3, Brad Dove. Number 63, J.D. Lane. It's a stacked field here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. They survived the heats, but will they survive the feature race? For more information about the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3, head over to NOSSCAR.com/Dirt Touring Series. Find the rules and regulations, the point standings, the past race results, and more. We are only a matter of minutes away from the feature race. The qualifier has begun. Short qualifying stint for these drivers to lay down fast lap times, and then we will be bringing you live coverage of the 100 lap feature race at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. NOSSCAR hosts 15 different online racing leagues across 6 different video games on 3 consoles. We are devoted to showcasing the talents of all race fans free of charge. Free to sign up. Head over to NOSSCAR.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage to find details on how to sign up and become a driver. And compete with some of the best on 6 different video games, including NASCAR Heat 3, NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, F1 2014, Gran Turismo Sport, Forza 7, and Grand Theft Auto. Info: you drive full-time in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series, and you plan on driving full-time in the 2019 Motormaster and Truck Series seasons. What's been the
Okay.
funnest? What's been the best part for you so far? How you liking it?
Uh, my favorite part is where I have competition a lot. I have met a lot of people that race really, really hard and would love to win a lot, like me and you have in the Platinum Cup Series. And I'm pretty sure that when the playoffs start this Friday again for the round two and for the motor and the truck series later on, it's going to be like 10 times harder because now they're all focused and now they're all ready. So I say that it's pretty competitive because you could face a lot of
We just got the invitation, by the way,